like to address why it's so important to have other MCs kind of rotating in and out of kind of the front line in your Successful Thinkers Meetup group meetings, because you don't really want to have one person be all things to all people. You want to give people that opportunity to get some limelight exposure and develop their own credibility, and also learn how to be a presenter in front of a large audience and so forth. You've been doing this for years, as long as myself, and you guys all know how important it is that you spread out not just the workload, but you spread out the exposure, if you will.
Well, I think also when you have the same person every time, it can get stale. You need different ideas. You need different thoughts. I believe, like, when I'm watching someone up there talk, I learn from that, what to say, what not to say, and then I try to expand on it. And so I think, having different people come up, you also are developing more leaders now, because one person can't be there all the time. And if you develop people to be able to lead, then it doesn't matter the interchangeable parts. But the main thing for me is I've been to a lot of events where the same person is going to say the same thing every week, and it gets stale. I don't want to be a part of that.
Well, not only that, you've got the ambassadors who are actually going out there and creating, a larger audience on a regular basis, and it's another way to edify them for their efforts and their time in serving not just the local community, but also serving the meetup groups.
Right. Yeah, I think Silas hit it right on the head. What we're here to do is to develop people and personal development. Successful thinkers is what it's called. And when people see other people step up and become leaders, it kind of gives them an obligation to do the same thing. So if someone is in a business, doesn't matter what business it is, because we're all from different businesses, but when people step up to the plate and actually stand up in front of a group of people who wouldn't have gotten in front of a group of people in the past will now do that because they see other people stepping up to become leaders as well.
I also think it's a way as a host to edify, the people that have actually elevated even the host,
I agree. I think one of the key things that we'll hit on as we do rotate MCs is to develop the importance of being an ambassador and a host, and allows other folks to step in that role to be edified and to elevate them to a significant role as a leader within the Successful Thinkers Meetup group itself. So I think it's very key to hit on.
I wasn't even going to say anything, but I did want to make it a point. One of my big issues when I'm doing meetups in different groups is that everyone's always really excited when I personally am in front of the room because of my energy level, and most people make a comment that I'm really excited all the time and usually think that I'm weird or that I'm too crazy because I am so excited. In reality, if more people would step up to the plate and just let their natural excitement come out, I wouldn't look so crazy. I wouldn't look so weird. And so, it is really important to develop those leaders and to start getting that rotation, because you do want other people in front of the room, and you do want other people seeing that it can be done by other people than the guys and gals that set the show up. A lot of people just think, well, they started it, they're the ones running the deal. When can I get my chance to shine in the light? And being able to rotate like that and giving people the opportunity to not only know that they can become an ambassador and a host and they can be in front of the room, but just a regular member who came in for the first time can see, hey, even though this is my first time, maybe a couple times down the road I can be the one in front of a room and I can have that chance. And if we're constantly rotating and constantly giving people the ability to make that happen for themselves, they'll always be aware, and members will always be aware that, hey, I can get my turn to become someone important, in front of the group.
Absolutely, and that's huge. I think enough has been said about the value of rotating hosts, MCs. MC is strictly somebody who's going to be up in front of the audience and kind of direct the group and where they're going, and give them a chance to actually kind of grow personally, in front of that audience. But hey,
I'd like to make one last point on that, and then this will be enough on that. But I also think what happens is when we rotate hosts, you're going to get different people talking about different subjects. That's going to allow the people that are in the audience that say, hey, I can relate to that. And from that, what's going to happen, I believe, is now people are going to start taking ownership themselves, and it's going to allow the whole group to grow, because you might say something, Jim, and I'm sitting in the audience, it doesn't appeal to me, but Josh gets up and he says something, I go, hey, yeah, that makes sense to me. And now I go talk to Josh, and Josh says, hey, you can be up in front of the room. And next week I bring my friends because I want my friends to see me hosting the show. So I think that's what's going to be vitally important about rotating and not, one person just trying to steal the limelight.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think we can wrap it up from that. I think there's so many good points that have been shared here that I believe that anybody who wants to be a host and run a show, so to speak, understands the value and just kind of sharing the load, sharing the credibility, sharing the experience and learn how to grow and develop and become a better leader and so forth. So, yes, thank you.